of the most compassionate thanks and praise be to Allah, ladies and gentlemen, majesties, highnesses and excellences, Egypt's honorable guests, the great Egyptian people, peace be upon you, God's blessings and mercy. I start my address by welcoming you on the land of Egypt, the most ancient country known by history. Here, its civilization inscribed its initial letters. The entire globe witnessed the birth of art, intellect, writing, cult and faith. Egypt, ancient Egypt inspired the whole people of earth. From the Nile banks, the lights of wisdom were radiating the path of human civilization and progress, announcing that the edifice of civilization is built at times of peace and is disseminated by the spirit of collaboration among populations. Today, as we celebrate together the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, we pen a new chapter in history of the present and the future, among other chapters contained in the tale of this ancient nation. Here is the biggest museum in the world dedicated to display a single civilization, Egypt's civilization, whose glamour and grace never dim. This glorious edifice is not only a house for keeping precious relics, rather a life testimony to the genius of the Egyptian man who erected pyramids and engraved on walls the narrative of immortality, a testimony narrating a nation's story to posterity, deeply rooted nation in human history, whose branches still shadow its present to continue giving in service of humanity. Honorable attendees, this achievement we are all honored to inaugurate today is the result of an extensive global collaboration with a number of global enterprises and firms. We shouldn't remiss the major support provided by the friendly state of Japan in favor of such a mega project of civilization. I express as well my appreciation to the sincere and dedicated efforts exerted by our sons over the prior years, officials, engineers, researchers, archaeologists, artisans and workers, for the fulfillment of such great historic mission. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Egyptian Museum is a prototype portraying the march of people who inhabited the land of the Nile since the dawn of history. It has always been the Egyptian man, a diligent, a patient, a generous and an honorable man, building civilizations, graving glories, taking pride in their nation, carrying the banner of epistemology, and is an ever-apostle of peace. Egypt, over the times, has always been the haven of stability, a melting point of diversified cultures, and a keeper of the human legacy. In conclusion of my address, I welcome you anew to your second home, Egypt, the country of civilization history, the country of peace and love. I invite you to enjoy the celebration and to make this museum a platform for dialogue, a destination for knowledge, and a hub for humanity, and as well a lantern and a lighthouse for all life lovers who believe in the value of mankind. Long live Egypt, long live humankind. Thank you, and peace be upon you, Allah's blessings and mercy.
Each king. And Klaus, Your Excellencies, fellow ambassadors, distinguished guests and friends, good evening. And thank you all for coming today am meeting the invitation to celebrate this event, the opening ceremony of the Grand Egyptian Museum, the GEM. It is indeed an exceptional event in the history of culture and human civilization. This museum is a time gate for the greatest civilization in history, and it confirms Egypt's status as a bridge between the peoples of the world who believe in peace and the importance of history and culture of humanity. The ancient Egyptian civilization will remain a source of pride for Egyptians throughout ages. Today, we preserve it, develop it, and present it newly to the world through the establishment of an exceptional institution in a unique modern style, to complete what our ancestors started, and so that the world continues to witness what Egyptians can accomplish. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Other people look to the pyramids, temples, and antiquities and call it history. But for us Egyptians, we call it home. Our civilization is not a memory. It's a living legend, an integral part of our national identity, and a foundation of our future. It is the mark of Egyptians on earth. The GEM, built on an area of 500,000 square meters, houses a collection of Egyptian artifacts from various periods of the Egyptian civilization, from the pre-dynastic period to the Coptic Egypt, with an estimated total of over 100,000 artifacts, of which at least 20,000 that will be displayed for the first time ever, including the complete King Tutankhamun collection, comprising 5,398 pieces. The project of this century is 5 times the size of the Metropolitan Museum of New York, 2 times the Louvre and the British Museum, and the display area of the antiquities is 4 times the size of a football field. I assure you that going to the museum is not just a visit, it's a lifetime experience. I don't want to prolong more, Today the quality of the experience would be uncovered to the world, and with the presence of more than 80 official delegations, including 40 delegations headed by kings, presidents, and prime ministers. Last but not least, we cannot forget the significant contribution of our friends and partners who believed in the great importance and significance of this project. On top of them, of course, is JICA, to whom we owe appreciation and admiration for its valuable support to the finance of the project. Thank you, Japan. I don't want to prolong more my welcome remarks, as we still have a full program, which I hope that you'll find both entertaining and informative, with the live stream of the amazing opening ceremony as the cherry on top of the cake. Let it begin by presenting to you the talented ladies of the Matahari group in a pharaonic dance, followed by a brief introductory film of the museum. Thank you very much.
And wonder come together in a captivating blend of past, present, and future. A first of its kind, the GEM will be the largest archaeological museum dedicated to a single civilization. Geometrically aligned with the timeless Great Pyramids and a mere 2 kilometers from the Giza Plateau, the GEM's strategic location provides a well-rounded experience encompassing culture, touristic sites, and recreation. The GEM was designed with wonder in mind, a wonder of scale, architecture, culture, innovation, and history. Every detail of the building is deliberately progressive, sustainable, and breathtaking. The scale, dramatic roofs, avant-garde lighting systems, and decorative motifs give the Grand Egyptian Museum a dynamic and mesmerizing identity, unseen in other museums. The design is defined by a large stone translucent alabaster entrance, and the northern and southern walls and the middle section of the building are aligned with the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. The general design concept gives visitors layered experiences that unfold with every step. Upon entering the Grand Egyptian Museum, visitors are fascinated by the sight of the only hanging obelisk in the world, a unique feature that sets the tone for the awe-inspiring journey ahead. The grandeur continues as one steps into the majestic Grand Hall, where the colossal 80-ton statue of Ramses II stands as a testament to ancient Egyptian craftsmanship and power. Close ahead awaits the imposing grand staircase, spanning an impressive 6,000 square meters and rising to a height equivalent to 6 floors. Ascending the grand staircase, visitors pass by 59 impressive royal statues and artifacts. Upon reaching the top, they are rewarded with a breathtaking panoramic view of the iconic pyramids. Within the museum's expansive interior, 6 permanent galleries and 4 temporary exhibitions showcase thousands of ancient artifacts, including the complete collection of King Tutankhamun, meticulously reunited for the first time since its discovery. This unparalleled collection offers visitors a comprehensive glimpse into the splendor and grandeur of ancient Egyptian civilization. Beyond the museum's main building, visitors are invited to explore the Khufu's Boats Museum, where they can marvel at the ancient wonders that were believed to have sailed across the skies. History buffs and Egyptophiles alike can also delve into the state-of-the-art conservation center, offering a behind-the-scenes glimpse into the meticulous preservation of ancient artifacts. While the gem's focus extends beyond providing a modern abode for historical artifacts, it also thrives as a vibrant cultural complex, community hub, and knowledge center, bringing the community together through engaging events and a shared appreciation for innovation, creativity, and art, featuring exhibition spaces, conference facilities, educational suites, an augmented reality experience, auditoriums, co-working spaces, a cinema, a library, and extensive outdoor gardens. There's something to suit every taste. Visitors can also drink and dine at one of the appetizing restaurants. Indulge in an exquisite dining experience overlooking the pyramids, or immerse themselves in the retail area that houses leading Egyptian brands filled with local treasures and crafts. This new wonder in the making uniquely combines the magic of the past, the vibrancy of the present, and the promise of the future.
Excellencies, friends, colleagues, our former President Václav Klaus, and for one particular reason, Professor Werner, who just celebrated yet another important anniversary in his life yesterday. So it's for me an extreme pleasure to say a couple of words about the Grand Egyptian Museum tonight. Obviously, it's a major achievement for all of us, for Egypt, for all our dear friends and colleagues. I've been in touch recently with Mohammed Ismail, who is currently director of the Supreme Council of Antiquities and also a PhD from Prague. So, and he told me that the last 2 weeks nobody involved in the Grand Egyptian opening was sleeping in Egypt. And you are smiling, you know what I'm talking about. You saw the video, so my presentation will be really brief. Tour de force through the Grand Egyptian Museum and its importance. You saw already the obelisk on the left. Over here is the entrance part, and it's really huge. One soccer field is slightly less than 5,000 square meters, and just the grand staircase you saw a couple of minutes ago is a soccer field. Imagine that. It's one of the dozens and dozens of soccer fields covered by this museum. And what is even more important, especially for the parents, the small kids love it because they can run around, hide, and it's such a space that you get really worried because you can't see them when they hide. This is in Vienna. 20 years is just fine. This is it. This is the staircase with some of the most unique statues from the Old Kingdom, and some numbers. Your Excellency already named some of them. So to make some more references, there are at least 5 million visitors expected. Prior to the Grand Egyptian Museum opening tonight, it was something between 5,000 to 15,000 people a day. The total area of the museum is roughly 5. Surprised to learn that already in 1835 there was the first museum, this ancient Egyptian artifacts, set up in the Ezbekia Museum that was then moved to the Citadel, and the Austrian Archduke loved the collection so much that the Egyptian state decided to donate it to him. So if you want to see the first collections housed in the Ezbekia Museum, go to Vienna. Black Museum, those of you who are really interested in Egypt, how many of you? All of you, right? So this photograph, do you recognize this famous statue, for instance? It's the Sheikh el-Beled, a famous statue discovered by Mariette in Saqqara, which is nowadays, I hope, still in the Egyptian Museum on Tahrir Square, for instance. And you can recognize some other very important artifacts as well. The original design of the Egyptian Museum on Tahrir, and then how it looks today. This Egyptian Museum, some other very famous artifacts, Rahotep and Nofret from Meidu, for instance, statues old about 4,700 years, August Mariette, and the first visitors in Tahrir from the first setup of this evening. I prepared a couple of photographs I took in the museum when we went there with our kids last year, I guess. So this is this amazing statue of Ramses II that was originally on Midan Ramses in front of the railway station. 70 tons, just 70 tons. Imagine to move it around. And I remember the night, it was I think 2018 or 19 when as I said, the kids love it. The kids really love it to take hideouts and run around and pretend they are not there anymore, and it makes you really a headache. And a couple of shots from the collections. You could see it also on the video. So some of our finds are in the showcases on the first floor, including the famous statue of the King Ra-Nefer, discovered by Professor Werner in the 1980s in Abu Sir, and some other statues and reliefs, etc. And so it's very small, but yet very important contribution of the Czech Institute of Egyptology among those 57,000 artifacts. And this is our scribe from Abu Sir. His Excellency mentioned tonight. This is one of the showcases, several dozens of them there. This is the collection from the chamber, from the burial chamber and from the tomb of King Tut. And the book that is going to be on sale from today, that was prepared by Zahi Hawass and Sandro Vanini, and I was lucky because a couple of days ago when I was in Egypt, I was able to meet Sandro Vanini, a famous Italian photographer. He gave me one of the very first copies of this book. So if you are
being, I think, the most renowned archaeologist here in Czechia, and of course, professor. But he has been also Egyptized, so sometimes even when I have a chat with him, I feel that he's more Egyptian than I am, and he knows some places, even in Cairo, I don't know about. But again, I think he gave us kind of comprehensive presentation about what visitors should expect from the Grand Egyptian Museum. As he rightly mentioned, I think it even, I had a talk with Ahmed Ghunaim, the director of the museum, who we come from the same batch actually in university, and he's a good friend. And he told me, according to their predictions, if someone wants to go there and really have a look on all the main 12 galleries, it would take 3 days, not even 2 days, if you really like archaeology and have some sort of interest in the ancient Egyptian civilization. Thank you also, Professor, for pointing out about the 3 days a week Egypt Air flight, the direct flight which started a year ago, which is, I think, quite important for people who would like to have that trip to Egypt, and it's only 3.5 hours flight, so it's even a short flight. I have news here that in celebration of the official opening ceremony of the museum, Egypt Air is offering a 50% discount between the 1st of November and the 10th of November for those who want to go, of course. And I think this is an excellent offer for someone who wants to have that trip to Egypt, to have a look on the museum or other stuff. The flight is, of course, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday each week. Now we should be starting the live stream of the opening ceremony in 10 minutes.
حولي لأجدني أعيش في حضرة الحلم وقد أصبح حقيقة، ولا أخفي عليكم
في مصر القديمة الطب كان مهنة مقدسة، وفي بيوت الحياة
of the ancient Egyptian celestial design, aligned with Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure. Its surface reflects the light of the sun and shimmers with the glow of the stars. I am Egyptian, proud to belong to the world's first people, the first civilization, the first organized army, the first nation with a written history.
Yeah.